what lies in the depths? Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unexplored ocean secrets. For this list, we're looking at some of the most mysterious phenomena, creatures, and places in the sea. The oceans cover over 70% of our planet's surface, but there's still a lot we don't know. Without further ado, let's dive in. Number 10. The giant oarfish. The giant oarfish is something out of a nightmare. It's the world's largest bony fish, with the longest confirmed specimen measuring 26 feet.
This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. I think more people have seen the Earth from space than have seen one of these this close.
As if that's not scary enough, there are unverified claims of giant oarfish up to 56 feet. It's thought that they might be responsible for sightings of sea serpents throughout history.
Oarfish are one of these strange, exotic fish that really catch people's attention. So when they do appear, they lead to speculation.
Like a sea serpent myth.
We've rarely spotted these fish in their natural habitat, aside from a few lucky instances. For the most part, what we do know about this species is the result of their bodies washing ashore after death, to the horror and fascination of beachgoers. How do they reproduce? Are they solitary? We can't be certain. For now, more is unknown than known about these creatures. Number 9. The Milky Sea Phenomenon. If you're ever at sea and find yourself surrounded by a strange blue glow, take comfort that you're not alone in being confused. Sailors have reported this Milky Sea's effect for hundreds of years, but only in the last few decades have we had evidence to explain it.
Went mad he did, raving about sirens, merfolk, bad omens and the like. In the end, weren't no more sense left in him than an hen's tooth.
Based on water samples and satellite images, the current hypothesis is that the glow is created by bioluminescent bacteria. That being said, it would take an extraordinary amount of them to produce such light. So, even if it is bacteria, what's causing them to group together on the surface like that? Number 8. The Stronsay Beast. In 1808, the body of a strange creature washed up on the shores of Scotland's Orkney Islands. A long-necked sea creature described to have a small head, bristly mane, and 3 pairs of legs, it was dubbed Halcydrus pontoppidanus. It was allegedly 55 feet long and was thus labeled a sea monster by the locals.
This must have been an extraordinary sight. Imagine, this is what they would have seen. Must have been absolutely terrifying, disturbing.
The best that people can guess is that it was a basking shark, but there's definitely some disconnect in the descriptions, even when taking into account decomposition.
Sometimes it's confusing when you see a couple on the surface because they have 2 fins on their back, so people often think there's more sharks than there actually are.
Others believe it to resemble a plesiosaur, a reptile that used to roam the oceans in the Triassic period. But plesiosaurs went extinct millions of years ago.
By about 66 million years ago, these powerful predators died out. But today, they continue to be points of fascination, inspiring legends as grand as the monsters themselves.
So what was this beast? A mystery, that's what. Number 7. The Giant Cannibal Shark. In 2003, scientists tagged a 9-foot great white shark so they could keep track of it to study. Several months later, the tag washed up on shore. When they checked the data from the device, they saw something strange. The shark plunged deep underwater and experienced a sudden surge in temperature, which remained the same for over a week.
Within seconds, the shark tag recorded a dramatic temperature shift from 46 to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. A temperature that could only be achieved inside the belly of another living animal.
The only reason that experts could think of is that the shark had been eaten. But what hunts a 9-foot great white? Possibly another even larger cannibal shark. One that has never been seen to this day, but terrifies us nonetheless.
There was no doubt. The seemingly indomitable shark alpha had been attacked and eaten by a super predator of the deep.
Number 6. The Hadal Zone. Named after Hades, the Greek god of the underworld, the Hadal Zone is every bit as daunting and mysterious as its namesake suggests.
Oh, you know what slipped my mind? You'll be dead before you can get to her. That's not a problem, is it?
The zone refers to the very deepest parts of the deepest trenches. It begins at a depth of roughly 20,000 feet and continues down to 36,000 feet. The conditions present this far below the sea make it challenging to explore these areas with our current technology. So for now, we can only imagine what strange, unworldly creatures live in such an extreme environment. Number 5. The immortal jellyfish. Turritopsis dohrnii, commonly known as the immortal jellyfish, actually lives up to its name. When this jellyfish is put in danger, it can reverse its development back into that of a polyp, starting its cycle of growth again. In essence, these jellyfish are somehow able to completely recycle their cells. This makes them essentially immortal, though not invincible, as they can still fall victim to predators or disease. These jellyfish are of great interest to scientists, who hope to one day harness this incredible ability and use it to extend human life expectancy. Number 4. The abyssal zone. The abyssal zone is the oceanic depth that ranges from 6,000 to 20,000 feet below sea level. So while it might not be as deep as the Hadal Zone, it's actually the single largest habitat for life on our planet.
Some flash. Some sparkle. Others simply glow. But most we're only beginning to discover.
The vast majority of this area remains unexplored. But scientists already know that there are strange species and specimens that are endemic to this region, meaning they live only here.
Because if you live down here, you don't get much food, and all the fish that live on the sea floor are designed to minimize the amount of energy they use.
What other mysteries lie in wait in this massive part of our oceans?
Deep ocean has been ignored primarily because it's so difficult to explore.
Unfortunately, given current technological limitations, it might be some time before we can study these depths in depth. Number 3. The purple orb. Jokingly referred to as Blobus purpurus, this strange object looks like some alien egg or sci-fi artifact. Discovered in 2016 in the Channel Islands off California, the odd purple orb understandably generated a lot of interest. But even upon closer inspection, scientists were just as puzzled as they were upon first sight. They think it might be a pluribranch, also known as a sea slug or a velutinid, a type of snail, but none that they know of are purple. This is the only such object or creature that's been found like this, and it remains a mystery to scientists. Number 2. The Giant Squid. All hands on deck. Taking second place is the legendary kraken, or the more realistically named Giant Squid. Giant squid were thought to be a tall tale for many years, but a photo of one emerged in 2004.
Then, on the 87th photo, making its film debut, the elusive giant.
Although we've pieced together a bit more footage since then, almost everything about these strange creatures remains elusive. We don't even know how big they can actually get.
Specimens have been reported weighing close to 1,000 pounds. The giant squid is not as heavy, weighing in at around 600 pounds, but they do have far longer arms and even longer feeding tentacles.
If they can truly reach massive sizes, then perhaps this creature gives some credence to the kraken stories of old, long thought to be mere legend.
People are very interested in this kind of thing, and we need to make people more aware of just how many incredible things there are in our ocean.
Before we explore our top unexplored ocean secret, here are some honorable mentions. The Yonaguni Monument. Are these strange structures near Japan man-made or natural formations? The cursed Gulf of Mexico shipwreck. Every attempt to investigate this mysterious shipwreck has gone wrong.
We think Mars probably was the biggest warship of its time when it was built.
The Phantom Island of Bermeja. This island is on several 16th century maps, but is nowhere to be seen. The Julia recording. Is this deep sea recording a sea monster or an iceberg? Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Mariana Trench. The deepest known point on Earth, this region descends to almost 7 miles below sea level and stretches over 1,500 miles along the seafloor. You could drop Mount Everest into this trench and not even be able to see its peak from the surface.
If we take the height of Mount Everest we would still have about a mile of water above us before we get to the ocean's surface.
Only a few people have ever been down here to investigate, where the pressure is 8 tons per square inch and the temperature is just above freezing.
Life support, good. Depth, 109.28 meters. At bottom.
Very little is known about life this deep in the ocean. It's thought that the pressure is too much for calcium and therefore bones to form. Yet, fish have reportedly been spotted. The deepest and most inaccessible point on Earth remains one of the planet's most enduring mysteries.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.